We're going to jump right into lesson 1 with a history of Solfa and our first tone set, So and Me. Let's go. All right, welcome to lesson 1. We are going to give a brief history of Solfa and then jump right into learning our first tone set, our So and Me. So solfa or solfege, they are interchangeable words. It started all the way back in the Middle Ages with Guido Durrett, and he created this diatonic musical pitch system of 8 notes. And when we hear this major scale, it sounds like this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So there's 8 notes between the low do and the high do. And Guido Durrett, he created this system for the church and for the liturgical music. That later on was developed into more of a musical education system for people to actually learn how to identify music, how to write music, compose music, and it just exploded in this developmental way. Now, in the 1800s, there was a music teacher named Sarah Glover who created this modulator. And then later on, the tonic solfa creators, the Kerwin family, they developed this system even further, all the way up to what we would consider a modern music education philosopher named Zoltan Kodály, who created folk song education with the same system that the Kerwins had developed. So there's always been a kind of metamorphosis, I guess, of a music education, and it's continually being developed, and different philosophies based on how to teach children music. And you are an older child or a parent watching this video, and so I want to just go ahead and jump in. I'm going to share a picture with you. This is a major scale. You might be familiar with notation already, and you can see these 8 notes that we've said. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So we start with this low do. If you were to play this on the piano, this is middle C, and high do is here. This is a treble clef, and we're going to start with a tone set. So in this video that I'm going to have you practice your ear training, which is you are listening and identifying this interval set. We're not going to throw all 8 notes at you. Okay, that's a lot of information right off the bat. So in order to correctly go through a sort of sequence in learning music and learning how to sing and ear training, we're going to just start with 2 notes. We're going to start with the sol and the mi. This is based off of the philosophy of and the teachings of Kodály, because this interval of so mi is a natural interval occurring in childhood. When you are running on the playground, na 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 boo boo, you can't catch me. Those are just 2 notes, so mi, and sometimes la. So this is actually the very first set, and this is what we'll cover in Unit 1. We're going to cover so, mi, and la, but in Lesson 1, we're just going to start with so and mi. So I've kind of given a little bit of a brief history on the music education. I'm going to link a couple of articles that you can read for more information on the music education change through the years. But today, Lesson 1, we're going to focus on just so and mi. This is what we call a tone set, and this is our very first tone set. We're working on so and mi. In your resources, you will have your Solfa book. In Lesson 1, after we're done with our lesson today, I want you to go and find your exercises, and you're going to practice singing these. They're just an S and an M. So S stands for so, and M stands for mi. And the Kerwins established a hand sign system, and when we do these exercises together, we are going to use the same hand signs. I'm not going to teach you all 8 today. Again, we're just focusing on 2. We're going to focus on so, which is going to have your hand with the inside of your hand is actually going to face you. So the back of your hand faces out. Me has your hand lower than so. If you can hear these 2 pitches, I'm going to play them on the bells. So, me. You notice my hand was higher on so and it was lower on me. We're going to do some practice where I will sing, and then when I do this, I want you to echo. So, me. So, me. So, me, so. Me, me. So. So, me, so, me. These are great practices. I hope that you are singing along. They're great practices for you to identify how to make your voice match those pitches. This is what we are working on for our oral learning, being able to hear those pitches internally and be able to sing them with our voice. Your singing voice should be what we call our head voice. So I don't want you to be belting out these intervals. If I were singing, so, me, be careful of your voice that you're not, so, me, okay? That is going to damage your vocal cords. You want to have what we call a soft palate, raise your palates up, the upper part of your mouth. Think about a string on top of your head, pulling you up like a marionette puppet, sitting up straight, and having this good posture for your singing. So these were exercises in singing. You're copying me. And now I'm going to do a couple of ear training exercises. We're moving quickly in these videos because you are an older beginner. So I'm going to play on the bells. I'm going to play patterns of so and me. And I'd like to see if you can sing them back to me. I'll do 4 of them, and I'll tell you what the answers are after, okay? Here's the first one. Could you identify and sing back? So, me. All right, here's the second one. Did you sing back? So, me, so. And practice with your hand signs as well. Here's the third. Did you sing me, me, me? And here's our last one today. Me, so. All right, so very good. This is the end of lesson 1. I'd like you to go to your resources. You can print off flashcards, the So Me flashcards, practice singing those. If you look at the flashcard and sing it back, that'll be a great exercise for you. And also looking at your book and singing through those. So our next one, we're gonna jump into some music theory in lesson 2. I look